Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks some more. So let's take a look at today's newspapers. And I like to do this because, for one, I want to show how they have once again started to push down on the propaganda pedal again, really beginning to push it. And I know I've said this before, or at least I've tried to emphasize it, but these headlines, these newspapers, they're not a reflection of society. They're not even a distorted reflection of what they think is going on. It's purely a fantasy world of what they want you to be and how they wish you to be. They project onto you their image of what they want you to be in the future, and they show as much as they can get away with, but you don't have to follow this fantasy world. They're called newspapers, but it has no basis in reality. I like to think of these tabloids as drunks stumbling down the street, shouting at the top of their voice. I look at them with a mixture of pity and disgust. I mean, that's the attitude I think you should have. The only difference with the drunk is that these tabloids are very organised and have a plan, and their power and significance, along with all the other fake stream media, has really gone onto a new level over the last 12 months. It's all about control, manipulation, fear, but also constant projection of the image they want you to be. So here we have the front page of the Metro. First off, top right hand corner, they are trying to sucker you into buying a house. Who in their right mind would buy a house when you are on the brink of a financial collapse? Well, maybe if you have a heap of savings and you want to put your money into something solid, like, rather than just leave it in the bank, maybe on that rare occasion. But other than that, this is a big no-no. Then under that, we have two incredibly happy women showcasing a pint of lager. This is the kind of idiot they want you to be, and they project it onto you. An idiot who has been waiting and waiting to get a pint of lager in a pub, and now they are so incredibly grateful for it. They're posing on the front page of a newspaper, holding up a pint of lager as if it's some kind of great prize. And of course, they are incredibly grateful for this. And it's all because of the jib-jab and the road to recovery. But you're not that person, are you? Well, I ain't. I couldn't give a stuff about a pint. I mean, come on. And then under that, we have the headline, "At last, they get the point." It says, as Indian variant cases rise, even skeptics having jabs, it says. Again, this is their wish, which they are projecting onto you. They want the skeptics to suddenly turn around and say, "Oh, the Indian tikka masala variant, oh my God, let's quickly go and get that jab. I'm so scared." That's what they want you to be. Then we have the Mirror, and we have this heartwarming collection of photographs. Isn't this just lovely? The day we were reunited. Oh, bless. Look at the granny and her little granddaughter. She can touch Granny's face. They can do that now. They wouldn't have done it before because they were good, obedient members of society that listened to Bojo and the entity known as Hancock. And they stuck by the rules through thick and thin. And now, because they have said you can hug your family, what a joyous day it has been. Touched by joy, joy for millions as COVID rules are lifted to allow hugs and indoor meetups. I know, I was out earlier myself, and all of these people down the road, they were all just spontaneously hugging each other. Everywhere I went, it was a crazy hug fest. Millions of people hugging in the street up and down the country. What a load of shite. Utter fantasy, codswallop, mind control, propaganda, hogwash. That's what that is. Again, this is the person, these are the people they want you to be. An obedient slave who will not hug their own family because some slimy politician told them to not do it. This is the image they project onto you. But really, let's face it, how many people are like this? It's a load of crap. Then we have the Daily Mail, which is kind of going the other way, pushing the divide and conquer strategy, pushing the negative, trying to split society up between the unjabbed and the jabbed. Look at the headline. Now, vaccine refuseniks threaten freedom. Again, they want the jabbed to turn against the unjabbed. So they split society in two. It's easier for them. It's much, much easier for them to control the public if they are not united. And this is what this venomous newspaper is doing. And then we have the Daily Telegraph. And we started off with two grinning, inane women holding up a pint. And now we have a happy woman with a big hat on, getting onto a flight. And I think she's happy. I mean, I can't tell because she's got a mask on. She's waving. And the headline, holidays to Europe with a vaccine passport. This is the person they want you to be. This is their projection. It's nothing to do with who you really are. It's nothing to do with the news. They want you to get a passport so you can go and book they want you to book an overpriced flight. They want you to get a passport. And they want you to wear a mask while you're doing all of this. And you will be happy about it because they want you to be happy. That's what they want. That's the projection they're putting out through the paper. It's not news though, is it? I mean, that's not a news story. Now, I know I'm not saying anything revelatory here. It's all kind of obvious. And you know, if you're anything like me, you probably haven't bought a newspaper in 10 years? But these poisonous rags, they can work on your subconscious. And they are at the moment, I feel, particularly insidious and toxic, and are attempting to control the way people think and feel, along with all the other media platforms. And you can't help spotting the headlines, you know, when you go into a shop. And this can work on your subconscious, and you react annoyed when you see them. But for me, I'm trying to think of it that they are constantly projecting out what they want me to be. They are just saying, oh, please be like this. Oh, please be like these hugging people who are so grateful to now be allowed to hug by their masters. Oh, please be those stupid happy women with a pint of lager. Oh, please be that masked up person boarding the flight with their jab passport. We want you to be like that. But no, I'm not going to be like that because I know what you're trying to do. I feel it's always been this way. But it's never become more obvious than it does now. And it's a great opportunity for people to look at this guff and suddenly have an epiphany and realize that so much of what we have put up with is garbage. And that we need to discard these people, these tabloids and these TV stations and these control freaks and see them for what they truly are and collectively discard them and create a reset of our own. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com, a place for like-minded souls who don't fall for the mainstream media narrative.